Hi, this is Grandmaster Damian Lemos from onlinechesslessons.net, and in this video we are gonna analyze a game between Kramnik and world champion Magnus Carlsen. This game is from the Botvinnik Memorial back in 2011, and the time control was rapid. And okay, let's get started. Kramnik was playing white, and he starts with knight f3. This is a flexible move because as white we can play a lot of things, like the king's Indian attack with e3. We can still play d4, and we play a d4 game. We can try playing with c4, and we're playing the English. However, Magnus plays b5. I think this is called the Polish defense. We don't see this move often, but yeah, reminds me of the Owen defense, where black plays b6. As white we play e4, building up a strong center and also attacking b5. Black plays bishop to b7, and here Kramnik decides to play bishop takes b5. I like this move. I think it's a simple decision, because if we play d3, then the bishop on f1 is inside the pawn chain, and if we play knight c3 defending e4, then he'll advance and he keeps on winning tempos. In this position, I think black wins a pawn, so we just take, then black takes on e4, we castle. Yeah, we are at move 4 already, and we can tell white has development advantage. I would like to continue with rook e1. And black plays knight f6, d4, e6, and here comes c4. And this is what I like about this game. A lot of players, including myself, I would play rook e1 probably, which is okay. And the thing is, I don't want to play c4 because I think my bishop is kind of trapped there. However, the bishop can come to a4, c2, and the thing is, when we play c4, we'll try advancing in the center as soon as possible. Black plays bishop to e7, we play knight to c3, and now we have a positional threat, which is taking the bishop, and after that we'll get the bishop pair. Magnus plays bishop to b7, and then we play d5. Here we see the key of playing c4. When we play d5, first of all, we block this bishop's diagonal, and we also stop black from playing d5. Therefore, he can't get a strong center. What is more, the bishop on b5, as we said, we can still improve this bishop, playing bishop a4 and bishop c2. So black decides to castle, and then we play bishop to f4. I like it. We can continue with rook c1, maybe rook e1, and this diagonal is powerful. We are looking at the weak pawn on c7, and black plays knight to a6. The thing is, here black if he tries freeing his position by means of c6, for instance, I think this move is possible. This, then we take, and the key is we can just win this change by playing bishop to d6. And well, of course, after c6, of course, d6, as we saw, it's probably winning, but we'll see a lot of variations where his pawn structure is weak. Imagine he plays like this. When we play the endgame, c6 plus a7, they are going to be clear targets. So, well, knight to a6, then the simple rook to e1. Before we start attacking as white, we have to make sure all our pieces are helping. And then Magnus plays queen to c8. It's hard to suggest a move for black here, because if he takes on d5, for instance, then he's opening the e-file for free. We'll have a lot of tactics. What is more, we still have our space advantage, not to mention the c-file. If he plays something like knight to c5, we can just push this knight back. We keep on winning space by playing b4. Yeah, black is lacking space here. What else? Maybe the move black has to consider is c6. But again, after c6 we can just play d6. And this is too simple. Black can't stop losing this change. Bishop, queen takes, and bishop d6. And worst scenario, we can always take on c6 too. And like we said before, these two pawns on the queen side are just too weak, especially if we play an endgame. So let's see, queen to c8, knight to d4. Of course we have, this is not the only move. I like it, but when you play a rapid game, not necessarily a blitz game, but a rapid game, we can't calculate much, and we have to do practical decisions. I like knight d4 because we put pressure on e6. We also control the e6 and the c6 square, and as we have a rook on the e file, on the same file as his bishop, we can also consider playing a knight to f5. Apart from knight d4, I would also consider playing rook to c1. I don't have a clear idea after rook c1. I know I'm placing the rook on the same file as his queen, so it's probably good. So knight to d4, then black plays bishop to b4. The concept here would be black, he's lacking space, he's defending, so when you're lacking space, what you have to do is trade pieces off. The same goes when you are defending. If you're defending, you probably want to trade pieces, therefore the pressure is going to be less. That is what Magnus is doing here with bishop b4, getting out of this file, and well, he's trading some pieces off. Problem is, yeah, bishops are usually better than knights, so if black plays bishop takes c3, he'll lose the bishop pair. Here Kramnik plays a simple move, bishop e5. Simple and strong, of course. We just want to play bishop takes f6, offering our bishop, but of course, if we take, we are also opening his king. Then he plays a knight to e8. This looks like the only move to stop bishop takes f6. If black plays queen to d8, then he's pinning himself, and in the long run we can just put extra pressure on that knight. I also like queen f3, but well, as you probably know, it doesn't make any sense to pin yourself unless it's the only move, but yeah, knight e8 is better. And then very nice concept by white. Usually we have the chance of using the rook via the third rank in order to attack. I mean, this is a concept we should remember when we are attacking, because we find possibilities like this often. And then black tries playing c6. It's hard to tell, right? Black has a weak position here, and he hasn't made any big mistake yet. Probably the problem was the opening plan, because Kramnik in the opening, before the middle game, he got a big space advantage already. So c6. Here Kramnik decides to play bishop takes a6. Yeah, he takes the knight because white doesn't want to slow down the attack on the king side. If he plays bishop a4, black has an extra move. If we take, black has to take, and then it's our turn again, so we can use this tempo to attack. And we play queen h5. Well, we can also play rook h3 first. I don't see a big difference. And black plays f6. If he plays h6 instead, well, we probably sacrifice there. His king is lacking defenders. We can just check him, and then we play rook h3. No way off stopping queen takes h6 and probably queen h7 mate. So he tries f6. Of course, if he takes on c4, we can play rook h3. Bishop d3 is not possible because the rook is there, and after h6, again bishop takes, queen takes, and it's an easy win. So yeah, f6 is the only try, but we can already see his king is lacking defenders. We don't have to slow down here, we have to just continue on with our attack. However, it's not easy yet. The king has the chance of running away to the queen side, so we have to be careful. Queen h5 check, king here. We'll see a repetition here. Probably Kramnik was repeating moves here to get some extra time on the clock. And then we play for a win, of course. We play knight to e4. The extra piece is not relevant here, and we try playing knight takes e5. Black decides to play bishop takes c4. If he plays king to e7, I like playing d takes e6, because then we can try playing something like rook d1, cutting his king, and we'll make sure the king is staying on e7. We can't play queen takes e7, but we can try something like this, maybe checking him. Or we can also take. Yeah, I like taking too. Well, in this case we don't have to play rook d1. Rook c1 is easier. Bishop d5, knight takes. As we said, the extra piece is not relevant, and we have a lot of threats here. I think black is it's completely losing. As we'll see later, we'll have a lot of variations where we can play queen h4, and that bishop on b4 is also hanging. So remember, sometimes you don't have to calculate everything, but knowing the concepts and knowing that king there is quite weak, and we have resources like rook d1, queen h4. Now sometimes that is enough too. So knight to e4, attacking on e5, bishop takes, queen h5 check, interesting. Well, knight takes, it's possible too. We can try getting the same position we were analyzing before. Queen h5, king to e7. Well, this time is too late to play king e8, because we are not repeating positions, but knight takes, and then he can stop the mates. So king to e7, we just take on g5, on e5 with check, king f7. I'm just wondering what happens after knight f6, queen takes e7, rook here, and here we have a nice variation with d6 check. This deviation is great. Bishop takes, queen takes f7 followed by knight takes, and we'll get all our material back, and we'll win some too. So let's see here, king f7, queen h5. Again, we'll see a repetition here, but as I said, probably white wants to get some time on the clock, and then we just open the d file. So pawn takes, bishop takes. Well, I think rook f3 check is tempting, although after rook f3 maybe king e8. I don't see a clear win here. I would just go queen h5, and here something like this. Let's make it simple. We have queen h4, and we are targeting this bishop as well. Then it's an easy win. We get the piece back, and his king is still in the center. So d takes. Kramnik plays the simple knight to f3. Another good concept to remember is when you're attacking, you don't have to check your opponent all the time. Sometimes you can play non-check moves like this. Yeah, this threat, it's just too strong. He can't run away via e7 nor f6. So Magnus tries king e8. Now comes the simple queen h4. We want to play knight e5, and then the mate, he can't stop it. Rook takes, and after the simple queen h7, black resigns here. Let's see why. If king f7, then we take with check, king e7, and material-wise, it's like still level. Problem is, as white will get a piece by playing queen h4 check, and then one of these two bishops is hanging. Yeah, if knight f6 we take, and then we take the bishop, and well, king to d7, we probably have rook f7, right? Yeah, rook f7, it's mate. Bishop e7, and then queen takes. I was also looking at rook d1, but yeah, rook f7 is better. Therefore, here after queen h7, black resigns. Very nice game in my opinion, a good strategy by white. The attack was the base. The attack was the result of white's strategy in the middle game, and again, it's hard to tell black's mistake in this game. I just think that when white plays d5, Kramnik got big space advantage, and starting from this position he found the way to get a strong attack, but honestly it's hard to tell black's mistake. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll also do a coverage of week and C. I'll do a preview before this tournament. I'll be seeing you guys in future videos. Thank you.